Hey yo, it's Chefy J. Today I'm comparing between the air fried ribs and oven slow cooked ribs. Now for both air fried and slow cooked, I use a dry rub. Check out the description below for the seasoning I use for my dry rub. I let the dry rub also sit and soak into the meat overnight in the fridge. At first I slow cooked the 1/2 rack of ribs. How I did it was placing it on a cookie tray and wrapped it in foil. But don't forget, like I did, make sure you spray it down with cooking spray, as you can see. Now, put the ribs in for 250 degrees Fahrenheit for 2 hours and 30 minutes, and then take it out and carefully open it, unlike I did. As you can see, I got burned a little bit. And make sure you paint it with whichever sauces you like, but I wanted to put Worcestershire sauce, as you can see, and then paint it again with whatever your favorite barbecue sauce, homemade or your favorite kind. Mine is Sweet Baby Ray's Honey Barbecue. And just take your time painting it like an actual painting, as you can see. And just place it back in for another 10 to 15 minutes, 400 degrees Fahrenheit. And once it's done, make sure to let it cool off. And I'm going to start working on the air fried ones right now. And the same rub, and just place it in there carefully. Oh, same idea. Spray it down. And I'm going to do 400 degrees Fahrenheit, 20 minutes. Now once you hit about 6-minute mark on the timer, take it out, put your favorite sauce. I did the same sauce, Worcestershire sauce, and Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue, honey barbecue. Now let's check on the slow cooked ribs. Looks beautiful to me. Now we're going to check out the air fried ribs. It should be done. Nice sear. Maybe a little bit too toasty, but it looks pretty good to me. And now for those who's wondering, this is my very first time air frying ribs. But I really wanted to try and document my experience. Now what I've learned is I'm going to try it next time again at 350 Fahrenheit and at 20 minutes instead of the 400. Just because the sear was a little bit too toasty, and then I didn't really enjoy the too toastiness on the sear, or for the air fried ribs at least. Now here is both side by side, the ribs. First part is the air fried, and then the second part behind it is the slow cooked. As you can see, the sear from between the two, very different. And as you see, I can cut it into it. It's a little bit tougher. I did forget to record me cutting into the slow cooked ribs, so it's a little tougher, unfortunately, to cut into the air fried ribs. But as you can tell, usually when I've noticed is that air frying ribs, it's not slow cooked, so it's very fast cooked, and it's not given that tenderness and that time to make it more tender and fall off the bone type of meat. Now my final verdict is pros and cons. The air fried ribs are, you could get it done faster, obviously. And then the negatives on that, the cons on air fried ribs is it's less tender and doesn't fall off the bone, unfortunately. And the sear, at least in the way I did it, is a little bit too toasty, which I'm gonna learn and to do it a little bit better next time. As for the oven slow cooked ribs, the pros and cons is the pros is it's more tender and it's fall off the bone, obviously, and it had a lot more time. And a negative, it's a lot slower. It's a lot more time consuming to do. So if it depends on the negatives and positives in what you're trying to do. If you're trying to get something fast and done, and you want to get ribs in your belly, I would recommend air fried ribs. But it's gonna cost into quality. So the quality will be costly if you do air fried ribs. But who knows? There might be a perfect recipe, and the time and the temperature might be, you could get perfect, where you could probably get it as good and more tender in air fryer. I'm not sure. I'm still experimenting in air fryer with the ribs. It's my first time doing it. I'll do another follow-up video and let you guys know. Thanks for watching. Just make sure you hit the like and subscribe if you liked the video. If not, don't worry about it. I'm just here to have some fun, experimenting, letting you guys know my experiences in food. Thanks. See you guys.